Good evening. The news for this Thursday, 11th June 2026. In local news, the President of the Republic, Dr. Patrick Herminy, has officially assented to the new National Assembly Act. The legislation grants the National Assembly greater autonomy over its administrative and financial affairs. The signing of the act was witnessed by the Speaker of the National Assembly, Azarel Enista, and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Ronnie Govinden. The ceremony to formalize the enactment of the legislation was held this morning at State House in the presence of senior officials representing the three branches of government: the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive. During the ceremony, Minister Pierre Laporte stated that the new act strengthens the governance of the National Assembly.
The bill before us today seeks to provide a clearer framework for the administration and management of the National Assembly. In doing so, it contributes to strengthening institutional governance, enhancing operational effectiveness, and promoting accountability and transparency in the administration of public resources entrusted to the Assembly. The government, therefore, welcomes this legislative initiative, which demonstrates the maturity of our democratic system and the constructive collaboration that can exist between different arms of the state in advancing the national interest. This occasion serves as a reminder that while our institutions have distinct constitutional roles, they also share a common responsibility, which is to uphold the Constitution, safeguard public trust, and work towards the prosperity and well-being of the people of Seychelles. The government firmly believes that sustainable national development can only be achieved when our institutions are strong, credible, and capable of carrying out their constitutional responsibilities effectively.
Seychelles has joined Comoros, Madagascar, Mauritius, and the European Union in concluding negotiations on a new free trade agreement aimed at strengthening economic cooperation and expanding trade opportunities. The agreement, finalized in Mauritius on the 10th of June, builds on the existing EU Eastern and Southern Africa Economic Partnership Agreement and will cover areas such as trade in goods and services, investment, digital trade, and sectoral cooperation. The new deal is expected to support local value addition, strengthen supply chains, and promote sustainable economic development across the region. The parties will now proceed with the legal review, signing, and ratification process before the agreement enters into force. World Bank's Country Growth and Jobs Report, Tanzania Imports Approval, and Medium-Term Expenditure Strategy are amongst a number of legal and policy memoranda approved by the Cabinet of Ministers. This was during its scheduled meeting yesterday, chaired by President Patrick Herminy.
During the meeting, Cabinet was briefed on the ongoing World Bank Country Growth and Jobs Report for Seychelles, which aims to identify barriers to economic growth and employment and recommend reforms and investments to promote stronger, more inclusive and resilient growth. Cabinet approved the findings of a pest risk assessment and granted market access for selected plant, animal, and seafood products from Tanzania. The move is intended to strengthen food security, improve product availability, stabilize prices, and boost regional trade while maintaining strict biosecurity controls and import safeguards. Cabinet also approved the revised medium-term expenditure strategy spending limits for 2027-2029. The updated ceilings reflect new economic forecasts, revenue expectations, and government priorities while supporting fiscal sustainability and ensuring funding for essential services and key national programs. And Cabinet reversed an earlier decision and approved keeping the name Rue Félix Paul and French Changhim Road in Greater Victoria. The roads honor Seychelles' first Roman Catholic and Anglican bishops, and their retention reflects their historical, cultural, religious, and national significance.
Seychelles and Ivory Coast are exploring new opportunities to strengthen cooperation in fisheries and the blue economy, with a particular focus on trade and commercial partnerships. A delegation led by Ivory Coast Minister of Animal and Fisheries Resources, Sidi Tiemoko Toure, met this morning with Seychelles Minister for Fisheries, Agriculture and the Blue Economy, Wallace Cosgrove, to discuss areas of mutual interest. Like Seychelles, Ivory Coast has an economy that relies significantly on the fisheries sector. The visit aims to learn from Seychelles' experience in developing its fisheries and aquaculture industries while deepening bilateral cooperation between the two countries. Discussions between the two ministers and their respective delegations focused on sharing best practices in fisheries management and the sustainable development of the blue economy. According to the Secretary of State for Fisheries and the Blue Economy, Alain Dikomamo, although diplomatic collaboration in the blue economy has been limited in the past, both countries share a strong fishing tradition that provides a solid foundation for future cooperation.
In principle, for them to learn from Seychelles' experience in regards to the development of the fisheries sector, but also to put in place the blue economy structures. Both nations are has a very long history in terms of fisheries, and they have quite developed a sector in reference to fisheries. In reference to the blue economy, this will be a first for them because, as we all know, Seychelles started with the whole development of the sector back in 2011, 2012. And this is where the Ivory Coast are now. So they want to learn how we got started in reference to the development of the blue economy, what are the structures that needs to be put in place, how we interact with the different sectors to ensure everybody mainstreams or integrates the blue economy in their activities, and also get the chance also to see it physically on the ground. But also how the aquaculture sector, we are developing the sector here. It's something new for them also, but Seychelles is a little bit more advanced. So they want to know how we especially develop the science behind it, but also how we put in place policies and mechanism so that small businesses, large businesses, and industries can come into that activity.
Mr. Dikomamo added that both sides are also exploring opportunities for exchange programs and commercial trade partnerships. He noted that following the ongoing discussions, Seychelles and Ivory Coast are expected to move towards the signing of a bilateral agreement aimed at formalizing their cooperation in the sector. And the 2026 FIFA World Cup officially kicks off today from Mexico, bringing together the world's top football nations for a month of competition. The official opening will be at 9:40 p.m. Seychelles time, and the first match is between Mexico and South Africa at 11 p.m. Both the official opening and the match will be broadcast on SBC3 and SBC Plus app. This year, the matches will be played in 3 different countries: Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. And with this, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. Thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.